Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Vidal SuperNinja here, and I'm happy to debut my partner, my friend, my buddy, my partner in crime, Espada.
Hey everybody, it's good to be here, V.
It's good to have you, man. Today we're going to be debuting our pickups video, and we borrowed the concept from Radical Reggie and Metal Jesus, so we want to give a quick shout out to them because without them, we wouldn't be doing this right now. We're fans of their work, and we figured, we like gaming.
Yep.
We like collecting, and we like telling people about what we pick up, so here we go. First up, Persona 5 Royale. Played this one, Brian?
No, I haven't played the Royale yet.
Well, I'm a big fan of Persona 5. I consider it one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, like literally top 10 or 20 somewhere. So keep a lookout for that video when it's coming.
Nice.
Got about 150, 180 hours into it.
Oh yeah, I played it twice. I have over 300 hours. It's such a phenomenal game.
And from what I understand, they added a few things in it. I'm looking forward to seeing the expansion of the timeline or character art, because honestly, it's one of those games that when you finish it, you're sad it's over. Even after 150 or 300 hours, I really couldn't get enough of Persona 5, the universe, the characters. I fell in love with the scenery, and honestly, this was my first Persona game, so I went in completely blind, not knowing what to expect, and came out pleasantly surprised. And if it wasn't for Smash Bros, the Joker appeared in Smash as a special guest character, and the debut happened at the Video Game Awards, which caught my attention because I'm the biggest Smash fan on the planet, so yeah. Smash Bros always has a good place in my heart and introduced me to a lot of different game series. Persona's one of them, so once I'm done with Persona 5 Royale, I'm looking forward to playing Persona 3, 4, Golden, and maybe even trying to go back to some of those like earlier Persona games for the PS1. So looking forward to that and checking out all the new characters. I think that redhead, she looks cool.
Yeah, she looks really cool. I'm very interested to see how they twisted the story from the first Persona 5.
Yeah, I'm hoping they didn't change too much because I mean honestly it was perfection.
I enjoyed it a lot. The soundtrack, the art designs, and just the whole entire like characteristics. It's good.
Hell yeah, the music is the shit. Yeah. I mean,
like I can't stop listening to the theme song every single time I play the game and everything. I had to let it play before I even start the game.
And how about that battle music?
Oh yeah, shoot.
You never see it coming.
You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done.
Anyway, your turn, Brian. What do you got in the bag?
Let's see. Oh, this game I have been anticipating for many years. Like a Dragon Ishin. This is actually a remake of the original spin-off of Yakuza Ishin. It was created back in 2014, and it was only localized in Japan only.
So this is an American release?
Yes, an American remake.
Oh, they translated it in English?
Yes, they translated this in English because the original was not translated.
So, I'm not familiar with the Yakuza series. Is this like a prequel, or what's the deal with this?
It's a spin-off. It's its own separate story.
Okay, so do I need to play the Yakuza game to follow this?
No, not at all. Especially if you love samurai and martial arts. And also, this reminds me of like the old samurai movies, like Samurai 7.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of Samurai 7, so that's actually pretty cool to hear. I would buy this. I might check this out. I know you've been trying to get me into the Yakuza series for a while.
I highly recommend it, man.
I haven't played a single Yakuza game, so, feel free to judge.
Yeah. Shoot. I will.
You judging me? Well, I'll definitely check this out. It looks pretty cool. That's what this channel's all about. We're trying to learn about what's out there and play everything, so. I hope the game's good for you, Brian. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it when I can.
Alright, so next up I got a 2-for-1 going on here. The Simpsons Hit and Run and The Simpsons Road Rage. Now, I gotta thank Franco for this. He heard I was gonna be doing a video about the Simpsons games. I'm gonna do a bunch of videos playing all of the Simpsons games. There are like 100 of these things. Eventually, you can look forward to an episode of Gamerpedia featuring the Simpsons games, and Simpsons Hit and Run and Road Rage will most definitely be on that list. So, yeah, these games are basically Crazy Taxi meets The Simpsons. The taxi misses from Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
This is that, but times like 100, and it's got like the best humor, some awesome writing. It's very true to the show.
Sorry, Bart. I can't serve booze to a minor. It ain't right.
I'm here to buy fireworks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, Jabba the Fat, do you know where I can get a copy of Bone Storm 2?
Yes, I have no time to converse with you. I must be the first to register my disgust on the internet regarding the new McBain film. The action was dismal, and the nudity was frustratingly fleeting. I barely got going.
Quick, to the Fatmobile!
Yes, I suppose, but must we call it that?
It really does pay homage to the Simpsons legacy. If you're a fan, find little Easter eggs scattered throughout the game. It's definitely like a hardcore Simpsons fan dream, and honestly, it's just a great game in general. Even if you don't know anything about The Simpsons, this is a great game from a technical standpoint. I feel like you can just throw anybody in, and they'll enjoy themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you a fan of The Simpsons?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of The Simpsons. Before they became lame, though.
Yeah, agreed. Me too. I think I fell off at some point, but I mean, like, I was the Simpsons fan.
Yeah.
I tuned in every week, and
Yeah, definitely. And there was so much merchandise. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing something of like Bart, Homer, Marge, Maggie, Lisa,
yeah.
Apu.
Especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
I feel like The Simpsons are sewn into the 90s culture.
Yes.
And maybe not so much today, but I feel like these games represent Simpsons in their prime. So if you can dig these up, find them. They have copies for the PlayStation 2. I originally played these on the GameCube, and I never owned them. We rented them, me and my brother. But thanks to Franco, I own them now on the PlayStation 2. They do also exist on the PC. So if you're a PC gamer, it's probably the best way to play it. I know you can spike the resolution up pretty
Yeah,
high.
you could do a lot of stuff with the PC and even mod it if you wanted to have more fun.
Take that! It was like that when I got here. Flanders, look! I found your missing stuff! Now, about the reward.
Thanks, neighbor Rooney. Here's your reward. A prayer from the Lord's #1 fan. Our Father in heaven, bless this noble oaf.
Stupid Flanders getting happiness from religion.
I have here Tormented Souls. Now, I'm not much of a big horror fan, but I do love Resident Evil, and this is inspired by the Resident Evil series, the first one.
Almost reminds me of like Silent Hill Resident Evil 1 with the mansion.
Yes, tank controls and all. The atmosphere, eerie music, and the creepy monsters are all over the map.
I'm actually hearing that there's going to be a sequel to this one.
Yes, and that has me hoping that this one must be good.
What the hell is going on here?
Next up, we've got a classic, Blades of Steel. Now this one goes way back, like 1988 back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's an old title, but it was one of my favorites growing up. Me and my brother were very big on this game. Though, honestly, he played like a total asshole most of the time. And you know my brother.
Oh, yeah, I do. I met him.
I mean, the hockey's one thing. The mechanics, sure enough, are fine, and you can enjoy the game if you play it straightforward. But this game is all about the combat. Fist fighting. Basically, half the time I was playing, my brother would just fuck with me and just try to beat me up. Every chance he got, he started a fist fight, and half the time, most of our roster was sitting on the bench. Don't be fooled by its primitive look, it still holds up very, very well, especially in the fun factor department. Unfortunately, these days, we all know Konami has fallen off, but even if you're not a hockey fan, you would love this one. This came out during their NES Silverbox era. The company was in their prime, and they were dropping banger after banger. They could do no wrong. I picked this copy up specifically because it came in a complete box in very good condition, which these days is getting harder and harder to do. Especially old school NES games from the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Grab a couple of your friends and plug this one in. I promise you guys will be laughing the entire time. It's just a hilariously good time the whole way through.
Alright, so this one is very interesting. You got here Pandoras Tower.
That's a good one.
You have been bragging about this game a lot. You want to get a copy. So I was like, okay, I need to buy a copy. I need to see what this game is about. So in Pandora's Tower, you as the player go around slaughtering monsters, taking their hearts, to cure your lover's curse.
How do you go about curing her?
I mean, it's kind of gross. She has to eat the hearts of the monsters that you slay.
Go on now. Take a bite.
You want me to eat this?
Ugh. It sounds so gross.
It makes you not want to eat for a week.
Well, it's safe to say she'd probably want fast food if she could have it, but she's got to settle for some monster guts.
Yeah, no compound chicken here, folks. Okay.
So what you're saying is the McRib has a very different meaning here.
I'm loving it.
I think where Pandora's Tower wins is its look, its beauty. I mean, it came out on the Wii, so unfortunately it does have motion controls, and I will warn you, those controls are a little wonky, Espada. You may not like them as a swordsman.
That doesn't steer me down. I played The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and those controls weren't great either.
If you can get past the controls and the strange story, it's really a fun game to be had here, so I really do hope you enjoy Pandora's Tower.
I hope so too, and I know that I will, because I like a very interesting tale.
This one's definitely unique, so bon appetit, Brian. Okay, so next up we've got the Turken Anthology, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. This is a compilation of a bunch of classic retro run-and-gun shooters akin to Contra or Gunstar Heroes. This long-running series has been around for quite some time, first debuting on systems like the Atari, the Amiga, and the Commodore 64, and went on all the way into the 16-bit era for the Sega Genesis and ultimately the Super Nintendo. And as you can see here, each disc has 5 games on it, each from the different systems and console generations over the years.
Oh, that's a lot of games there.
Yeah, though some of them are just director's cuts and remixes. I'm a little disappointed in that. Also, I gotta admit, there's no fucking reason this shouldn't have been on one disc.
Yeah, I know, with technology these days, you could put so much stuff on one disc.
When I think of some of these throwback collections like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, they were able to fit a lot more games onto one disc, so I'm not really sure why they decided to split these in 2. My guess is money. Cash grab.
Cash grab.
That being said, can't go wrong with either choice, and neither one is too expensive. Do I think they're worth it? For me, absolutely. I'm a fan of these arcade run and gun type shooters, but I understand the genre is kind of dated and not for everyone. Still though, whether you're new or a veteran of the series, I highly suggest you pick these up. They've never really been presented better. The visual clarity and the audio is one of the biggest selling points of this franchise. The music by Chris Hulsbeck. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, so I'm sorry, Chris, if you're hearing this anywhere out there. But the music in these games are constantly amazing. Through every single soundtrack, there are absolute bangers on these tracks. Easily, these are some of the best soundtracks you'll ever treat your ears to.
Okay, my next game. I go bananas for this game. Ape Escape.
Oh, damn you, Brian. Oh, what a classic for the PS1.
Yes, this is such a great game, V. One of the best PS1 games you can own at the time.
What made you decide to buy it?
Well, I love monkeys. I love the silliness of the concept of basically monkeys having freaking Uzis and goggles and cool-ass sunglasses.
Why do the apes have guns? Is this like Planet of the Apes?
In a way, yes, but they get intelligence by wearing these helmets on their head. And their leader, Spectre, wants to take over the world and make it so that the apes are the ones that rule over the humans.
So the apes are taking over the world.
Yes, and it's your job as Spike to stun all the monkeys and to capture them with a net.
Sounds simple enough.
And it's really fun because you explore so many different locations, like the Jurassic World, the Ice Age.
So it's time travel.
Yes. A lot of time traveling, and you know, it's pretty cool because you see like a whole bunch of different geography designs that the developers put into the game. It's like just amazing the art style and direction that they went with the game.
So what made you buy this game again today? Was this something you rented back in the day, or did you?
I lost the game years ago, so for nostalgic reasons, I wanted to purchase it again to relive moments I had with the game.
A little bit of childhood.
Yeah, I missed my childhood very much, and this game, it reminds me a great deal of having an adventure, going and exploring like new worlds.
Hearing you talk about this reminds me, one of my biggest gaming regrets. Back in its heyday, I was smack dab in the middle of my edgy phase. I was only interested in games with darker tones and edgier plots. Meanwhile, great games like Ape Escape slipped right by me because they seemed too childish to me. My little brother at the time was so hyped for it. My only memories of the game are watching him play it a shit ton and thinking I was too grown to enjoy it. To think that I denied myself experiences of joy, good clean fun, and the chance to make great nostalgic memories with my brother, all under some preconceived notion on what a man should or should not enjoy.
My fucking knee!
In hindsight, I was so fucking lame for that. And I honestly think people who carry on like this are lame as fuck, boring,
You're boring! You're fucking dull!
and lack imagination. You couldn't pay me to see things that way anymore. If I can go back in time, I'd tell my younger self not to take things so seriously and to ignore everyone who ever told you should, and try to enjoy all the little silly things while we can. Something I'm most definitely gonna rectify today. It may be a few years late, but I'll be stoked to pop in Ape Escape next time my brother's in town. Well, folks, that's it for our show today. This was a lot of fun, Brian.
Yeah, it was great talking video games with you, bro.
Indeed. Collecting video games is a lot more fun when you get to do it with friends, so get out there and do it too.
Yeah, definitely.
If you liked what you saw, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us, anything to help the channel out. But if not, fuck you. Nah. Just go off the rails. We don't care.
Yeah, alright.
No, really. We appreciate you guys for being here. And if you come back next time, we're definitely going to make a habit out of doing pickups videos like this, as well as a lot of our other content and reviews. And we're going to be doing game store tours too, so look forward to that. Indeed, some of our regular shops.
Yeah.
They're always happy to see us because we spend a lot of money, obviously.
Yes, definitely. We are their valued customers.
MVPs of the video game world. In the meantime, stay classy.
Stay cool.
And be excellent to each other. Till next time, y'all. Peace.
See ya.